Morning, everybody. It is, what is the day today, Jim?
29th.
29th, May 29th, and here's another version of our updates for Scituate. We're doing bi-weekly updates, as you know. The first thing I'd like to start with is, by the way, my name is Tony Vignani. I'm Chairman of the Board of Selectmen. I just want to start by thanking everybody that participated in the Memorial Day celebration in town. It was quite different than we've known in the past, but the veterans, Don Knapp, Seth, many people participated to give people a celebration and to recognize those who sacrificed themselves for us in the wars. And the flags were put up. There was a video presentation, and we did the best that we could, and I appreciate everyone all the effort that went into that. A couple other things I'll touch on before I pass it over to Jim. There's been a group of local merchants and some selectmen and some people on economic development and other committees getting together that have created this group called Scituate Loves Local. And you'll be seeing a lot of stuff around town from them coming up shortly. And they're really just trying to promote all the local businesses in town. There'll be banners and there'll be signs and there'll be promotions and stuff going around. So get used to seeing that, and it's really trying to get people in tune with the small businesses in town and trying to find ways to support them because they've been hit so hard during this time period. So be on the lookout for that. Two other more technical issues. Coming up on June 13th is our election. Quite a different election than we've known in the past. We're recommending that everybody do the early ballots. Go to our website. There's directions on the Scituate website for that. Essentially, it's a two-step process, and you have to request a ballot. A ballot gets sent to you, and then you vote and send it back to Town Hall or drop it off at Town Hall. You can go vote on the day, but we're hoping that the majority of the votes come in via the early ballot process. And lastly, we've got annual town meeting that's been postponed 2 times so far. And just to give everybody a heads up, there's 2 things that we're considering, strongly considering, is one, we want to get it done before the end of the month of June so that we have a budget in place moving forward. And 2, we're considering doing it outside. So probably at the new field at the high school where we can seat the most amount of people and keep social distanced. Jim's researching that, seeing how other towns, their success with that program, and we're aiming towards the end of the month to trying to do that. So further information will be coming on that. With that, I'll pass it over to our town administrator, Jim Boudreau.
So I'll be brief today. We've done 2 of these on Tuesday with the early update and then the selectmen's meeting, so really we've only had a day in between. 2 additional cases since Tuesday night, 1 an antibody case, 1 additional case at the Cardigan Nursing Home. I think that brings them up to 5 at Cardigan. Scituate's count now is 114. As I said the other day, and I explained to the board, the number that we have been tracking are just Scituate address cases. When you look at the state's number that they are posting, that is where they are starting to assign back some of the nursing home cases to us. But if we take all the nursing home cases and the Scituate number that we've been tracking, it equals about the total number that the state gives us, give or take, based upon the reporting. So our numbers have been constant. Those are what we've been reporting to the town, so we're going to stick with reporting those on a regular basis. But 2 additional cases since Tuesday, an antibody and 1 at the nursing home. We keep talking about the beaches. I was out again yesterday. The beaches are crowded. I think people are trying. The social distancing on the beach is 12 feet between setups. And that is to allow people to transit in between people on their blankets and on their chairs. If you can't maintain distance, you're supposed to be wearing a mask. And I know that's hard. People don't want that tan line from a mask from being on the beach. But we are asking that you really try very hard to maintain your social distancing on the beach, to keep apart. We have not restricted parking at all, but that will be something we will have to consider if we see that people cannot social distance on the beach, to lower the number of people out there. The beaches don't officially open until June 15th. That's when we'll have lifeguards out there, but the porta potties and things are in place. They get sanitized on a daily basis. So, again, the beaches are open. Use them. We want you to use them, but please try to use them in as safe a manner as possible. The athletic fields are also open. We've posted the guidance on the athletic fields on what people are supposed to do. What I want to emphasize today is this does not apply to the high school complex. The high school complex is closed. This has nothing to do with COVID-19. It has nothing to do with the virus. It is a construction site. It is under the care and control of the contractor, so the town does not have access to that. You are not allowed on that. We've had several problems. They seem to be escalating. We had a number of problems over the weekend, another couple of problems the last couple of days. So at this point, the Scituate Police will be spending a little more time monitoring it, and we will be doing enforcement on that. The contractor has put up additional no trespassing signs, so people who are out there will now face with getting charged with trespassing at a fine. You need to stay off that field until we get it back and open. We are working with the contractor. He's moving from the football field over, finishing things up. So when the football field is completely finished, if we can fence off the rest of that facility, then we'll look taking over the football field and open that up to people so they can get out there. But until we do, you need to stay off the high school fields. The dog park is open. Saw my first person there this morning with their dog. Masks are required at the dog park. It is considered a confined space with the fence. You could be in there with just a couple of people, then all of a sudden it's full and you can't maintain social distance. So it is a mask required area. Also, the water service is off because we are not allowed to have any shared amenities. So if you go with your dog, you need to bring your own water, bring your own bowls, take your trash out when you're done. Transfer station, starting next week, there'll be signs up. The transfer station is going to ask that residents separate cardboard and paper when they come in and put them in separate bins. That provides us with a cleaner waste stream, and it makes it more valuable when we send it off, which lowers the cost of disposal for everybody. So there will be signs up. We just ask that you separate your paper into one bin and your cardboard into another. That will start next week. Finally, taxes are due Monday, June 1st. The board gave a 1-month grace period because of the coronavirus. We're at about 95-96% collected, which is excellent. Thank you to everybody who's paid their taxes. If you have not, they are due next week, so we ask that you get them in so we don't have late fees and fines on people who are late getting them in. If you have issues, you can contact the treasurer's office directly and talk to the treasurer. That's all I have for today. If you have any questions, you can call our office, call the Board of Health office, or go to the town's website. We post all the directives and anything we get from the state. As soon as it comes in, it goes up on that COVID-19 link, which is on the front of the page.
Great. Thanks, Jim. Wrapping it up, I think I left off the Memorial Day. I also want to thank Kim Stewart and the whole Veterans Advisory Committee. They put a ton of work into getting all that stuff done as well. Just to reiterate what Jim said, our goal is to keep all of the town's properties open so that people can enjoy them. They are the biggest open spaces, and they're the best place for people to get out and exercise and enjoy. But we have to do it responsibly. Otherwise, as Jim said, he's going to be forced to either shut them down or limit the amount of people that get in there. So please just act responsible, wear masks. Clearly at the high school football field, there's chain link fence all over the place and 1,000 no trespassing signs. So don't go on that field. We don't want to damage all the beautiful stuff and money that we put into that property. Again, social distancing, wearing a mask, wash your hands, and we'll get through this whole thing quicker. Thank you, stay healthy, and have a great day.